Hello folks, World Cup 2014 round of 16 had two matches today with dramatic endings and horrible referees again. First match played between Mexico and Holland. Everybody expected Holland to win, but it was Mexico who take the lead, started playing really well, really offensive soccer with the Dutch team playing with the counter-attacks, players like Giovanni dos Santos, Peralta, and Layun, and also Guardado playing fantastic soccer first half. The Dutchmen just stayed defense trying to provide some forward offensive, like trying to give long passing shots from Sneijder to Robben. Didn't work out first half, ended up 0-0. The teams came back for the second half, and the Dutch team did not change, kept playing defensive, and Mexico scored the first goal with minute third, with Giovanni dos Santos taking a long shot, perfect shot, putting the Mexicans ahead of the game. They kept on playing very well, about minute 6, minute 7, which was a very early part of the match. And this coach, and we gotta say, Herrera is the coach, the Mexican coach. This guy really made a dramatic change in Mexico for the positive side, like really putting the team together, really taking Giovanni dos Santos to come back and start playing for the Mexican team, which was not happening during the qualifying. Mexico almost did not qualify. Herrera made a brilliant change in this Mexican team, and they played really good soccer throughout this whole tournament and throughout the first half. But then he made a tremendous mistake. He took Giovanni dos Santos out minute 16, and then also took Peralta out of the Mexican attack about minute 30, and then Mexico would suffer tremendous pressure from the Dutch squad with Sneijder, with Robben, Van Pierce. Actually, Van Gaal made some changes to make the team a little bit more offensive, a little bit more aggressive. Put Depay there, put Huntelaar on the side of Van Pierce. Van Pierce was not playing well, and then the Dutch team really started putting pressure on the Mexicans. And every team that kind of adopted this defensive strategy throughout this whole World Cup has been severely punished. Minute 87, a tremendous shot from the back, very similar to the goal that Giovanni dos Santos had scored. This time it was Sneijder, who has not played yet a very well World Cup so far, scored a goal, making the equalizer, giving the equalizer for the Dutch team 1-1. And Mexican team got a little off for a while, trying to recover from the blow. And then 7 minutes later, minute 94, after 4 minutes of overtime, Robben got the ball. He was closer off from Marcus. He jumped through the floor. The referee, horrendous call, gave the Dutch team the victory. Huntelaar took the shot for the penalty kick and put the Dutch ahead of the score 2-1. With the referee really favored the Dutch in the match and gave the victory to the Dutch team that is now reaching the quarterfinals, and the Mexicans are going home. But we gotta say, this was probably the best Mexican team ever, the best Mexican performance ever in a World Cup. And the other match played between Costa Rica and Greece. We gotta say, this Costa Rican team is a sensation of the World Cup so far. They're playing phenomenal soccer with players like Christian Bolanos that play the right side, excellent player. With Brian Ruiz, that's the thinker of the team, the maestro of the Costa Rican team, the guy that makes assists and plays with his head in the match, and also this tremendous forward, Joe Campbell. Costa Ricans start playing much better than the Greeks. The Greeks is a tough team. They have a lot of experienced players. They're tough. They play with the guts throughout the whole match. They have this player, Shalevas, who's a fantastic guy, who really carries the team on the back. But we gotta admit, the Greek does not match the Costa Rican as far as team level. Costa Rica is a better team. It's a younger team, it's a faster team, and has more talent. And then they start off trying to make things happen in the first half. The Greeks supported the battle for 30 minutes, and then in the end of the match, they kind of, even up things a little bit, and the first half tied 0-0. They came back with the Greeks playing a little better until about minute 7. The ball was right there in the middle for Brian Ruiz. Tremendous low shot, fantastic finesse, putting the Costa Ricans ahead. And they could have pretty much finished the match after a cross. 2 minutes later, the Greek player, defender, put the hands on the box, on the ball, right inside the box. Could be a penalty kick for the Costa Ricans, which would give the Latin American team the victory. Well, the referee did not call. Once again, another terrible mistake from the referee that could give the Costa Ricans the victory. Right after that, the player Oscar Duarte got a red card. It was a normal play. Yes, he might have gotten the card, but they were similar plays, aggressive plays by both teams that could have gotten yellow cards, and the referee did not give them any cards. So it was a kind of a double standards way of calling again, and that gave the tremendous advantage to the Greek team. Right after that, Costa Rica started playing defense, and this was minute 21, so there was a long time. They just had to play with 10 players against 11. The Greek adopted a much more of aggressive posture to put some players like Mitroglous on the field and Gekas, and they start putting pressure. They start playing better soccer, always with Chalevas conducting the team forward, and they tie the match of minute 90 through Socrates. Not the Brazilian Socrates that played in the 80s, not Socrates the philosopher. This is the Greek player who tied the match at minute 90. Once again, the Greeks were in a dramatic ending, were able to score at the very end of the match and find the equalizer. They went up to the overtime for 30 minutes, and the Greeks just really attacked, bombarded. Navas, who made fantastic saves to assure the tie and go to the penalty kicks. And in the penalty kicks, the only player that missed the penalty was Gekas. The very experienced Greek player was the only player that missed the penalties, and the Costa Ricans achieve a historical spot among the 8 best soccer teams in the whole world. Achieving this fantastic victory for the Costa Ricans was writing history in this World Cup. And so this was another day here in Brazil, 2014. Tomorrow we'll come back with some more stories about the round of 16. I'll see you next time.